are back, ladies and gentlemen, after a long hiatus. And you know what's weird is I was trying to go live on Twitter, and apparently I need a premium account, which thanks Elon Musk, I need a premium account to go live on Twitter. I guess because I don't have a check mark.
You got to pay for that too, Josh. That also costs money.
Got to pay for that one. Good to see everybody in chat. Josh Macuga alongside the one and only David Griffin. Our last show was in March.
Yeah.
It
was just before the Shogun, because I had our old notes. It was just before the Shogun finale. We were going to talk about it. Everything happened. And then, so that it's been a little while.
Yep. A lot of TV to get to. You know, I was talking to a friend yesterday who works in TV production, worked in TV production. She now lives in Singapore, and we still have a lot of friends, obviously, in LA that work in TV production. And it is a wild scene there. Like, not a lot getting made, not a lot getting greenlit. A lot of the same old things, like networks like, oh, we're not going to take a chance on anything. We're just going to do procedural TV. If you're not pitching that, a lot of the streamers aren't really going for it. I understand why the writers went on strike, and I understand why the actors went on strike, but they really shortchanged themselves by doing so.
Right. And you everybody in the chat, you're probably hearing this slogan over and over again: survive until 25, survive to 25. That's basically the motto in Hollywood right now. That's when everything is supposed to get back to semi-normal. But you're right, Josh. Everything since the strike, it just slowed everything down. Production, I mean, it's ramping up, but not as much as it was pre-pandemic and pre-strike, for that matter. So it's all about survive until 25. That's when it's supposed to get better in the industry. I hope so. I guess we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. So there isn't good for us, I guess, in the fact that we watch a lot because there's not a lot being released, right? But not good because I want more TV. And I just found out today that Primo, my favorite TV show on Freevee, was canceled, David. They canceled Primo.
You know what else has ended, Josh? What's your other favorite show on that network on Freevee? One of the best detectives in all of Los Angeles.
They canceled Bosch?
Well, I didn't say it's ending with an upcoming season. Season 3, it is going to be the final season of Bosch Legacy, but there are Bosch spin-offs happening. So they're going to introduce a new character in season 3, and they're giving that character, I think it's her own spin-off. So Bosch itself isn't, but Bosch Legacy is over after this upcoming season. But there's going to be more stories set within the Bosch universe.
So will he still be around, or
that remains to be seen? Yeah, Bosch might be done. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see Titus Welliver again. I'm not sure about that.
God.
Maybe he'll make cameos. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been doing it for a long time. I think he did 6 or 7 seasons on Amazon and then 3 seasons on Freevee. So almost 10 years he's been doing that character. It's a good run. Titus he's paying the bills.
I mean, over the summer, you have been paying attention to this channel. I went through an absolute tragedy in my family, and so I watched my brother when I was with my brother pretty much every day, and he loved watching live sports most of the time. But we did get to watch, obviously, the new Bad Boys movie, which I think I'm going to do like a separate review here on the channel of that. And then we started rewatching. Unfortunately, he passed away before we could finish, but we started rewatching 30 Rock. Have you ever watched 30 Rock, the Tina Fey show?
I missed that one. Yeah, I never saw it. It also had Alec Baldwin, right?
Alec Baldwin. Yep.
Yeah, I missed that.
Honestly, man, it still holds up. It's still friggin' funny. Yeah. It's still an enjoyable show. And I mean, highly recommend it. What have you been watching? I feel like you kind of future watch things. You're like Australia. And wait, before I let you go, yes. You guys can support the show. You see in the pinned chat there's our Streamlabs tipping. Also in the description of this video, you guys can see there's a Venmo link. There is a PayPal link. Streamlabs is PayPal. There's a Cash App link. So if you want to support the show that way, you can also super chat right here on YouTube. It's very much appreciated, and helps keep this channel alive while I'm actively searching for new employment. And I promise when I do have a new job that I will continue to do this show with David whenever we can and want to and can do the show. And again, good to see everybody in chat. Leo, Scott Welsh, B Health 26, MKS Songbird, the usual. Haskell 420, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. And I know, David, we have to end tonight by 5 because you have a football game tonight, my friend.
Yes, oh man, I'm just all over the place. Yes, the Bills are playing the Dolphins. Let's go. Fry the fish and all that good stuff in Miami. So we'll see how that goes. I want to give a shout out to B How. Thank you, B How 26. Hope I'm saying that correctly. It's Maggie Q. Maggie Q is going to be the lead in the Bosch spinoff. Yes, thank you for that.
Got it. Wait, who's Maggie Q? Or have we met her?
She was in that Nikita show. I think she's Hawaiian. I want to. She's been around. If you saw her face, you'd be like, "Oh, her." She's been around for years. Is she Hawaiian? I hope I didn't get that wrong. She is from Honolulu. Yeah, she's been around. She was in Designated Survivor.
Oh,
Nikita, Fear of the Night. She's been around for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about her in a long time. When I saw her name, I'm like, oh, good for Maggie Q. Good for her. She's got a new show coming out, and it's more Bosch kind of.
Designated Survivor. I mean, I don't think this it doesn't push a needle for me either way.
No, but I mean, right? I'm just happy that Bosch isn't completely done.
Happy for her. Happy for more Bosch. Do we think that Maddie Bosch will be in Maggie Q's Bosch world?
So, because she's so young. She has a lot to. I hope so. I hope they don't just axe all the original character. Oh, and I think I heard some rumors about what's his name getting a spinoff too. What's his name? His old partner, Bosch's old partner, from the original series, from The Wire. I'm blanking. Marlo. Yeah, I'm blanking on his name, but I heard maybe he might do some. We'll see. I don't know. There's a lot of talk around Bosch. It's not over.
He's Haitian in the show. He's Haitian.
Yeah. Somebody will put it in the chat. Someone knows the actor's name. I just can't think of it. But anyway, sorry. So going off real quick, Josh, about what I've been watching. I've been catching up on all the supposed top shows of the year that I've missed. I think we were doing this. I missed Baby Reindeer. That flew by me. Mr. and Mrs. Smith flew by me. This Industry show. It's like Industry is the best show on television. Why is no one watching this show? I said, what's Industry?
Yeah. I
started watching Industry. It's good. It's like Wolf of Wall Street meets Boiler Room, a little bit of Succession. They even like kind of joke about Succession in the show. They like call out some of the characters in the show. It's all about UK stock exchange traders, that whole thing. There's like American characters, there's European characters. It's a lot of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's you'd like it, Josh. Like it's right up your alley. It's really good. I can't believe I missed it. So it's on season 3 is going on right now. Jon Snow is a new character. He's a new character in season 3. I'm just now catching up to season 3. So if anybody hasn't seen Industry, I won't spoil it, but I recommend watching it. It's very good. I don't know how I missed it. Just slipped under the radar. There's nothing else to watch right now, so I've been watching that. And also Mr. and Mrs. Smith, another show that I missed, also worth checking out. I mean, I love Donald Glover, but I was like, I saw a lot of Atlanta. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch Mr. and Mrs. I checked it out. It's awesome. It's really good. I can see why there's so much hype around it.
So first things first. I started and finished the Wise Guy documentary last night, which we'll get to. But I've been advertised Industry a lot on like the homepage of Max. So I'm thinking to myself, I should probably watch this show. Now, the fact that you say that you like it makes me double time need to watch this show. Okay. So I'll watch it. I'll start it tonight. I'll start at least the pilot of Industry this evening. Yes.
In the way in Succession, it can be a little exhausting because everybody's so emotionally messed up.
Okay.
They all have these like really dark pasts, and they're so destructive to themselves. I mean, it's great drama, but you're like, man, these people are it's one of those shows you're like, is anybody good in the show? Is there any good? And maybe there isn't, but it's still super entertaining. I recommend it for sure. I can't.
Okay.
I'm glad I checked out. Like I've been binging it for the last couple of weeks, so I'm almost
all right. So then here's what we'll do is we'll tell the people how many episodes are you in on it?
I'm on season 3, episode 2. And that's the brand new season. I want to say there's only 8 episodes a season. It's 8 episodes for 1, 2, and I think they're on like episode 5 right now of season 3.
Okay, so
and that's the one with Kit Harington. There's always like, I want to say there's like a big special guest each season, but each season has some characters that come and go, and I think Kit Harington is the character for season 3. That's probably going to not be there at the end, but yeah, it's good.
So then I need to really get to watching this.
Yes.
So we'll have caught up by the finale.
If you could watch 2.5 seasons in like the next 4 weeks, that'd be great. No, Josh, you don't have to do that.
Get your shit together and watch 2.5 seasons.
You don't have to do that.
No, I think if I like it, the problem is so. I told you before the cameras, Rosie had adenoid and tonsil surgery. The recovery's been going awful, so Amanda's been sleeping with her. So I've been watching all of the shows that like I would normally watch. We're trying to finish Emily in Paris season 3 part 1, or is it season 4 part 1? I don't know where.
Yeah, because Emily Paris season 4 part 2 I think comes out this weekend or next week or this week. It's coming out pretty soon. Yeah.
So I'm not going to watch that without Amanda. So I'm waiting on Emily in Paris. And you're like, oh, Josh, you want Emily in Paris? That show stinks. It's actually pretty good. It's actually like kind of entertaining. I think they do a pretty good job. Is it cheese dick? Yes, it's super cheese dick. And is it like soapy? Yeah. But you know what else is? Pop music and Taylor Swift. And I love that. Okay. I love it. So, but I will watch Industry for sure, because if you're recommending it, it seems like the chat is really digging it. Scott Welsh asking a really solid question. Will Chris Bosch get a spinoff? The fact that Chris Bosch hasn't been in any of Bosch is a real Boscher. Okay. Chris Bosch, the greatest basketball player named Bosch, teaming up with the greatest detective named Bosch in a show. It's Bosch on Bosch crime. Okay. They solve crimes. One's tall and black, one's short and white, but nobody fucks with them, David. Not one person.
And they could easily do that cameo, because I mean, he's in LA. You know, he could come across some of the basketball. I think Bosch is retired, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's.
But still, he could be hanging around LA, just hanging out, and he could run into him or something. Yeah, why not?
Just at a party, you know. Jonathan Peck said, I started watching Fight Night. The first 4 episodes on Peacock. I'm surprised that I actually enjoyed the show so far. I'm curious what the show goes on from here. That's definitely on the radar. There's a couple of Peacock shows that have popped up, like the one that's the gladiator looking show. Have you seen?
I watched the first episode. Not great start. Not great. It's for those about to die or something like that. It's got, it's Anthony Hopkins. I was hoping that would be kind of like the Spartacus show on Stars from back in the day. And granted, I only gave it 1 episode, so it's probably not fair. But I wasn't impressed with the first episode.
There's another. And then Fight Night on Peacock keeps releasing TV, which is good. MKS Songbird saying Pachinko on Apple TV is one of the best shows on television. Wish Apple put more marketing. What they do, because it's constantly on my screen when I see it too. TV.
It has the young woman who was in Shogun, who's up for all the Emmys. Seems like she's pretty much the front runner to win Emmy for Best Actress.
Okay. So is it a lot of subtitles? So I'm gonna have to really pay attention to.
Yes, you got to pay attention. Yep, you got to read. You got to do your homework.
Got to do that.
Josh, I'm curious to ask the chat too. Michelle and I, for the last probably year, we've started watching every show that we watch, English or non. We watch it with subtitles. I feel like I just started doing the subtitle thing recently. I know that's kind of like, I saw something about like millennials all watch their shows with subtitles. I've started to do it. I feel like I either miss something, or it's easier for me. Like if I do miss something, I can. Or even if like there's background chatter or a song playing, it'll like let you know what song is playing. So does anybody in the chat listen?
We're just getting old, David.
I mean, I'm just getting old. Yeah.
We're just getting old. And
I watch everything with subtitles now, even English. Yeah.
Subtitles help. MK Songbird. No, wait, hold on. I saw something.
Closed captioning. Thanks, MK Songbird. Yeah, closed caption. That's what I meant.
Have enjoyed the first 3 episodes of English Teacher. This is the one you've been telling me to watch.
It's so good. It has all the heart and feel of Abbott Elementary, but more F-bombs, more. I mean, it's definitely TVMA. It's mature, but it has that. Josh, I was talking about good feels, put good vibes out there. This show has all the Abbott Elementary good feels. It's a good message. It's got good heart, but it's definitely not for kids, but it's really funny.
Okay, I will watch this. This is on Peacock as well. No,
no. FX, so Hulu. If you have Disney Plus and Hulu, you can watch it on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Jeremiah Wise saying I've watched all movies or shows or movies with subtitles, and since I'm a teenager, I'm 32. You know what? It also might help us read. It might give us a little bit of help with reading, David. You know that old thing. Collider Book Talk, the show that never took off. I apologize, David. I kept squashing that in development meetings.
Okay.
Somebody Josh mentioned the Shannon Sharp thing. I just found
it's
a rough scene. He yells out.
He'll be fine. He's fine. Shannon's having a good career. This won't stop his career. He'll be okay.
I think he did it on purpose, David. That's what everybody's saying. Is he did it for the clicks. Now his podcast. You know how hard it is to go live on Instagram? You have to click like 6 different buttons, and you have to.
He said he was hacked. There's no way someone hacked his phone and started Instagram Live while he was doing. Like, no way. Yeah.
This is like my dad saying he got hacked when in fact he just left his phone on at a restaurant and somebody stole it.
Right.
Okay? That's exactly what happened. House School 420 and George, Women in Blue on Apple TV is great. Go on, George. What's Women in Blue? I'm guessing it's about cops.
Yeah, I believe it takes place in Mexico, but I want to say it's a historical piece. Not, I think it's 1960s, 1970s, something like that. But I think it's about the first female police squad, something like that. I'm probably butchering that Mexico. Synopsis. Yeah, but I believe it's from
Nice.
But it's another Apple TV just keeps putting out great stuff. I got over the last few months, guys. I've watched that show Dark Matter, which is an awesome book by Blake Crouch. Again, talk about put down the book, pick up the remote. But if you want to read, Dark Matter is a great read. It's also a great series. It got renewed for a second season, which is pretty cool.
Where's Dark Matter? Who's in that?
Dark Matter is also Apple TV Plus. Another Apple TV Plus show, and
Apple TV might be the best network outside of HBO doing it, and I'm including Netflix in that.
Yeah. I would agree. I think they're putting out. I don't know if it's the best, but everything they do is like it's worth a couple episodes to check out. Okay. Everything is worth a couple. No, but that has Joel Edgerton, Jennifer Connelly, Alice Braga. And actually, the season, I won't spoil anything, but season 1 wraps up the book. There's only one book, and the show wraps up where the book 1 ends. But they've left it kind of open, so they're gonna create more stories. But there's only one book, so I'm curious to see what season 2 is going to be like. It's science fiction, Josh, but it's not aliens. There's no spaceships, nothing like that. So it's sci-fi, but it's not hard. So it's like I think you can handle it, Josh. It's not too much sci-fi for you.
Everybody keeps telling me, and yes, Leo, we'll get to Presumed Innocent on Apple TV. Everybody keeps telling me to watch Severance, and dude, I cannot get through that pilot. I keep trying.
Weird show.
Yeah, I keep trying, and I can't do it.
It's good though. It's really good. It's finally coming back after it feels like forever. It's coming back in January for a second season.
It got ranked on some list I saw that was by like legitimate people that said it's like top 10 show all time. I'm like, wait.
I need to see more, but it is really good. But I need to see more. I want to see more. I can't put it top 10 all time.
Yeah.
Red is not a flavor. Said no robots. There are no robots in Dark Matter, Josh. That's correct. There are no robots. No robots.
I don't need, as we know, David. Less robots, more people.
Yes, exactly.
Less robots, more people. Adrian Emson, Severance is so good. I think I might be too stupid for it.
No.
Or not on the same plane of it, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense, David?
That makes sense. Josh, I was going to say, though, because I know you just mentioned Presumed Innocent. I think, keeping on the topic of Apple TV Plus, I think they've had maybe back-to-back the shows of the summer. Remember last summer, it was Hijack with Idris Elba?
Yeah.
And then this summer, it was Presumed Innocent. Now, I know people, they pick on Apple because it's like Apple doesn't have any subscribers. No one's watching their shows. But in terms of internet talk, Twitter, people who TV fanatics, I feel like Apple's kind of owns summer. I know House of the Dragon is what it is. Game of Thrones is massive.
Oh, we should talk about that too.
We got to talk about House of the Dragon. But between Presumed Innocent and Hijack, back-to-back summers, that's a pretty good run for Apple.
I like that Apple maybe is trying to put some marquee summer programming together because, had I not, my sister-in-law recommended I watch Presumed Innocent, and then somebody said Jake Gyllenhaal his acting in it is bad, which I completely disagreed with. And I mean, F it. Let's talk about Presumed Innocent right now, then.
Yes.
Because I thought the show was amazing until the legitimate last frame of the show almost.
So not which I won't spoil, not the reveal.
Not the reveal. I thought the reveal was awesome.
Interesting. So you mean awesome. I won't spoil, so you mean people having dinner, that part of it. Really? Oh, okay. I'm trying not to, what about it? Was it just because
they're all smiley and happy?
I thought Ruth Negga, though, I thought she had a look. There was a look to her where not everything was okay.
I thought from the Ruth Negga look, I thought she was like, I like my family.
And every time I see Ruth Negga, I think about Ruth Negga's rutabagas. I can't help. Every time I see her, I think about you, Josh. That's all. You are eternally tied to her. No matter what I see her in, I will always think of Josh and his pitch to Ruth Negga about Ruth Negga's rutabagas.
I mean, it's a legit pitch.
It's a great pitch.
Okay?
All time.
Incredible small business that I don't know how to run, nor do I have enough money to buy land to start a rutabaga farm. But I honestly think I live in an area that is very agricultural now, that if I went to one of the large people and I said, hey, do you guys grow rutabagas? And if so, should we really go after Ruth Negga? Because Ruth Negga's rutabagas is really where it's at. And everybody's like, who's Ruth Negga? And I was like, well, she's a very talented actress that is in smaller projects. She's not so much super famous as she is super talented. But if Paul Newman can have as many salad dressings as he has, Ruth Negga should at least get some in rutabagas, David.
It's true. That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
All I'm saying.
That's true. I want to hit a quick shout out to Yash real quick. Slow Horses, Josh. That might be the most consistent show on TV. I know. I know for you it was slow. It was too slow. I'm just saying. I'm watching the new season. It's out right now. That show is. He said it's a banger every season. It's just consistently good.
Okay, so
off topic of Presumed Innocent. Off topic, but
we watched season 1, and we'll get back to Presumed Innocent. This show is all about going where the conversation takes us, David.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Sorry, I don't mean to derail.
I need to watch.
It's like squirrel. I see Slow Horses. I'm like squirrel. Slow Horses.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mentioned it before. I'm not good with spy shows because I lose track real quick. There's so many characters. There's so many people turning on each other. There's so many different plot lines, and when it all comes together, it's sort of like how I'm really good at rewatch. Like now that I've rewatched Game of Thrones, like I've watched it again. I'm like, man, talk about if I was paying attention this whole time, I really would have enjoyed this show a lot more. And if I had Ken Knapsack's companion podcast or something, I would have done a lot better, right? But when it comes to like Slow Horses, that season 1 at the end, Amanda was like, was that good? And I was like, I think so. I think it was good. I think we had a good time, right? And so when we started season 2, I zoned out and we got through like 3 episodes. She's like, have you been paying attention? I'm like, no. She's like, I fell asleep. So we haven't revisited Slow Horses. Now, I know you love it and my in-laws live for it. Okay. Especially my mother-in-law loves Slow Horses.
It is like dad. It's like not even dad TV. It's grandpa TV.
It's grandpa TV is what you're saying.
Grandpa TV. Yeah. But very good grandpa TV.
Gary Oldman with his yellow cigarette hands is really throwing me off.
And he's farting and he has holes in his socks. He looks horrible. But he's horrible. I love it. It's so good. This season, I don't know. It's off to a great. It's only been 2 episodes, but
he reminds me of a little bit, not as disgusting, but a little bit as disgusting is the British actor who was in, I think it was season 3 of Fargo, who kept like he had bulimia and he kept like they would always show his teeth when he was like picking his teeth. Do you know the season?
I think I know it. Yeah.
Old one with it's before the Chris Rock season. It's the season before the Chris Rock season.
Yeah. Is that with Bohemian Woodbine?
David Thewlis. Thank you, MKS Songbird.
Yes.
Gary Oldman reminds me of David Thewlis in that, and it's like I can't get past the like sweaty, gross like nature of it. I don't know. I'm not shitting on the show because I know that the show is good. Nobody's ever said a bad word about it.
No.
What I'm saying is I can't get into it.
That's okay. It's okay. I have shows like that too. But you know me, that's how I am with comedies. Josh, did you get a chance to go? Sorry, again, we'll get back to Presumed Innocent. Did you get a chance to watch Baby Reindeer? Did you check that out?
Okay, so a friend said don't watch it.
I mean, it's dark.
Yeah,
it gets pretty dark at times.
And I was going through some, and still am going through some very emotionally traumatic things in my life. And I don't know, they like where you are in your mindset right now. I maybe wouldn't watch Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What do you think? I mean, sell me on it. Go ahead.
Well, it's just that, not that again, who cares about the Emmys and awards and all that, but basically, if you've seen Beef, which I know Josh, you watched the Beef, The Bear, and Succession, that's kind of. Oh, I'm sorry, not Beef. I'm sorry, Shogun, Baby Reindeer, and The Bear. That's pretty much who's pretty much favored to win all the Emmys this year.
Okay.
Is those shows. I know you saw Shogun. I know you've seen The Bear. Did you? We didn't talk about The Bear. There's so much to talk about. We didn't talk about The Bear. But did you watch The Bear this season?
Yeah, of course.
Great, The Bear. So you've seen basically all the front runners except for Baby Reindeer. You've seen the two main front runners, and Baby Reindeer is going to win a lot of awards too.
Okay.
That's not like one of my favorite shows of all time, but it's pretty impressive. I mean, what this guy did, he's not new to the industry, but in terms of for his first major show to put out something like that. I mean, there's all this behind the scenes controversy about how accurate is it. And this woman is suing Netflix for like $170 million. Some insane, I don't think she'll win, but some insane number, but it's really well done. And the performances, I think that's what stands out are the performances. They are really impressive. Some of the best this year. So, but yeah, maybe if you don't want to go to a dark place, then yeah, maybe it's not.
Okay. So maybe I'll put Baby Reindeer on the back burner. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll watch it around Christmas time with reindeer.
Well, see, I don't know. I wouldn't put Christmas spirit in Baby Reindeer, and it just it's not about the Christmas spirit, Josh. It's not about that. There's no Christmas cheer in that series. That's one thing it doesn't have.
Got it. Okay, yeah. Cool. Ben Liebich with a super chat. Thank you so much, Ben. Help supports the show. Anybody wants to throw in a few bucks, we greatly appreciate it. Randomly hitting YouTube and seeing you guys after so long gives me a warm, cozy feeling. Thank you for that, Ben. If there's anything this channel and this show wants to do, it's give warm, cozy feelings to people. And so I'm glad that we could do that for you. Thank you so much. And again, that pinned chat there, hit it and throw in a tip on Streamlabs really helps support the show as well. So thank you. Okay, David. Presumed
We're
innocent.
talking presumed innocent. Yeah, Josh, what do you think? What do you think about? It's got renewed for a second season.
Yes.
I believe Peter Sarsgaard, who is interestingly enough, he's Jake Gyllenhaal's brother-in-law. He's married to Maggie Gyllenhaal. Has said, I think he said he's probably not going to be back for season 2. So we're not sure if this is going to be an anthology series. Is Jake coming back? What do you think about a season 2? Unless like each season is going to be a new presumed innocent case.
Like, is it? Because if Jake Gyllenhaal's not in it, totally fine with that.
They could recast everybody, yeah.
If they do, if it's like like Fargo or whatever, and there's new cases, awesome. I'm totally cool with that. Right. But I don't need to revisit Jake Gyllenhaal and his up family anymore. No. Okay. No. I don't need to revisit. I mean, to be honest with you, Sarsgaard was the best part of that show, and in a very messed up way. Yeah. And also the guy that played like the head DA, what
was up with that accent he was doing? It's like, why is he talking like that?
Is that I've never seen that actor before, so I wonder if like that's how he talked. He'd be like,
right, it could be his
we can't be going another trial when we're doing okay. I'm like, Amanda's like, what? I don't know.
I wasn't sure if he was trying to do like a Chicago accent, but then I was like, I don't know if that's Chicago. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe that's just his method. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know him.
David, I'm with you. MK Steinberg. OT Fag Benley is he's
Black Widow.
Handmaid's Tale and Black Widow is I can't watch Handmaid's Tale.
Is he her husband, guys? Is that I've seen season 1 of Handmaid's Tale. Is he the
No. We're talking about the DA, the DA with Peter Sarsgaard.
No, I know. She has a her husband kind of resembles him in a way, if I'm remembering that. Yeah, he's the husband, Leo. Thank you. Yeah, he was the husband in Handmaid's Tale. Sorry.
Okay, got it. Yeah. And to see it talk all the time.
And he does not talk like that in Handmaid's Tale. So he must have been doing.
Yeah. So that was for the character.
That was his character, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does not sound. I don't think he sounds like that.
We can't go in the courts now. Well, better poop. You gotta find it. Like it changed all the time, too.
Yeah. Also, randomly, sorry guys, again, another tangent. I just realized the last season of Handmaid's Tale has just gone in production. That show is still going.
That show.
I thought Handmaid's Tale was over. It just the final season just went into production. Yeah, they're filming the final season. It's still going. I guess between COVID and the strikes, and I guess I'm sure there's been delays, but I didn't think that was still going. It's still going. More Handmaid's Tale.
I have never disliked a show more in terms of like how much people loved it when it first came out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
everybody freaked out for it, and I was like, "What am I watching?" I didn't get it.
You know me, Josh. I love my dark dramas. That show was too dark for me. Like I
Too dark.
just couldn't get into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're getting more Presumed Innocent. We're getting more Presumed Innocent.
Yeah,
So
there is a sequel to Presumed Innocent book, so maybe they're
Oh.
adopting that. Otherwise, I'd love to see an anthology series. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of those shows where, you know, you got movie stars to basically make a mini movie, and I think those movie stars were like, I don't need to do another show. It's sort of like how I feel about Only Murders in the Building. Is I don't want to watch another season. I love Steve Martin. I love Martin Short. I love Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, isn't that show right? It's Selena Gomez.
Selena.
I just didn't need to see any more of it.
I'm still going. We're still watching. Season 4 just started. It's good. They're in Hollywood now.
Yeah.
And Hollywood studios want to produce a movie. This is the whole thing of the podcast. So they have all these actors. They have Eugene Levy and all these actors coming in to play their characters for the movie. So it's still entertaining. I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, it like Presumed Innocent, like I'm hoping Bad Monkey will be, because we can get into that one. But Bad Monkey has been an absolute revelation. Vince Vaughn on fire. He's not his over the top, wedding crashers like Vince Vaughn, right? He's not his old school. He's a more, as the kids call it, demure version of himself, and he's absolutely adorable in the show. David, should we finish talking about Presumed Innocent?
Yes, I'm sorry. No more tangents. Sorry. I keep getting distracted. I see stuff in the chat. I'm like, oh yeah, because we haven't talked in months. So it's like all this stuff's coming in.
I know.
Like,
This is the running joke of the whole show. Is like, let's finish talking about Presumed Innocent. So, no, Sarsgaard was great. Ruth Negga, great. Jake Gyllenhaal, like the performances were awesome. The story was awesome. The guy that played his boss, that was his buddy, the older guy who has the heart attack during the trial.
Him. Yeah, love. He was in that show The Night Of. Yeah.
Yes.
Bill Camp. Bill Camp is his name. Great
that
actor.
guy is so flipping good. What's up, Matrix? So good. He makes that show. And his wife, even better, right? And Ruth Negga, not only is would make an incredible rutabaga farm, but she has never been bad in anything. No. Never been bad. Right?
It's always good.
Honestly, David, and you're probably not going to like this opinion, is I would rather see her than Olivia Tandy or Tandy Newton in Lioness. I would rather see Ruth Negga in that role, because I think Ruth Negga is more of a badass.
Tandy Newton. Oh, you mean no? You're thinking of what's her name from Guardians of the Galaxy, not Tandy. Or you're thinking of Tandy Newton. You're thinking of no, I can't remember her name. You're thinking of from Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, yeah, I can't. Yeah. I'm blanking on
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
Tandy Newton.
Sorry. I'm thinking Tandy Newton was in. They're all very attractive black women.
They are very, yes. No,
super attractive.
Tandy's a legend.
And they're always in HBO shows or like high-end shows.
Tandy was in Westworld. Yeah. Among other things. Yeah. Westworld. Yes. Really? So, you'd rather see Ruth? Really? But I feel like Zoe, I guess. But Zoe has like, I could, even though she's probably weighs like 110 pounds soaking wet, I feel like she has this attitude about her that I could buy her as a special operative. I guess Ruth could do it too, but I don't know.
I think what could be sick is if in Lioness season 2 they bring in Ruth Negga as like one of her.
Oh, sorry, Josh. Again, we're not talking about Presumed Innocent anymore, but it's coming back. Lioness. They released some photos, some first look photos. I never even saw the news about an official renewal. Oh, and guess what? Speaking of our favorite, again, more tangents, of our favorite TV creator currently working right now, have you seen the trailer for Landman on Paramount Plus? Landman, Billy Bob Thornton, John Hamm. It's a new drama that Taylor Sheridan's working on. Another show.
Is it Wild West or is it present day?
Present day in an oil field. I don't know if it's present day, but some like in the last couple decades. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about oil fields and yeah, it looks cool. I know nothing about oil and nothing about oil fields, but it looks really cool. It's called Landman.
October 27th premiere, MKS Songbird says, of Lioness season 2. It's like in a little over 6 weeks.
I don't even know what the story's about. I know Nicole Kidman's coming back. Nicole Kidman, speaking of that, Josh, another show for you and Amanda is The Perfect Couple. Very corny, very silly, but that's a you and Amanda show if there ever was one.
See, talk about awful marketing. Perfect Couple, I thought was going to be more like Big Little Fire Lies, like Fire Lies all everywhere, whatever.
It is, because Nicole Kidman, everything Nicole Kidman's doing right now, she's playing an angry rich woman in all of her roles. She's unhappy and she's rich.
Yeah.
But in real life, she seems very happy. Her and Keith Urban seem very happy. They're doing well in life, doing very well.
So Perfect Couple is a comedy, David?
You know what? It starts off serious and then it gets silly. It's kind of silly towards the end, but I don't know. It's 6 episodes. It's an easy watch. You have Liv Schreiber is also in there. I don't know. We enjoyed it, but it's silly for sure.
Okay. All right. I'll put that on the short list.
Still talking about Presumed Innocent here on this episode of TV Time.
Back to Presumed Innocent. Apparently Tulsa King season 2 is back this week, according to Jeremy Miller.
Yes.
Is it coming on CBS or is it just going to be on Paramount Plus?
Paramount Plus. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Paramount
What's up,
Plus.
Patty Boy?
Eve Houston, MK Songbird. That is Bono's daughter, who was in The Perfect Couple. Sorry, Josh. I saw Eve Houston's name. That's
she's
Bono's
in what
daughter.
Show now?
The Perfect Couple. She plays the bride to be. Is all I'll say.
Is her name Bueno?
Nice.
Nailed it. So now I'm going to watch that, but in Tulsa, somebody said to me, that Tulsa King is the greatest mob show since Sopranos, which I'm going to have to disagree with, mostly because I need to like list out my mob shows, but I guess Fargo would be considered organized crime kind of a show.
There's some good ones in the UK.
Have you watched,
I know you kind of fell off Gangs of London, but Gangs of London, that first season was pretty good.
Yeah.
There was that show called McMafia a few years ago.
Oh,
that was
like
British
McMafia.
I know, and it just stopped, but that was good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Patty Boy, you can super chat. It's open. You can most definitely super chat, or you can Streamlabs, or you can hit the links in the description there. Our buddy Wiley in Streamlabs say, "Hey guys, glad you're back. Have you watched The Perfect Couple yet on Netflix? ? Pretty good. Also, so damn excited for the new season of Outer Banks. Also, did you hear One Tree Hill is coming back? That is a 3-part question. One, we already talked about Perfect Couple. Thank you, Patty Boy. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Pat. Another Jonathan Peck with the super chat.
Thank you, Jonathan Peck. So first and foremost, Presumed Innocent was absolutely fantastic. No,
top 10 show of the year. Top 10 show of the year.
Top 10 show, not even close. So I am very much looking forward to Outer Banks. I thought how the last season ended was great, and then they're like, nope, we're doing another season. Now they're Indiana Jones and the Last Crusading this, which totally fine with.
What is Outer Banks? I keep hearing people talk about what
it's
is that
teens
show?
Searching for gold and one of the most outrageous plots in TV history, and I'm here for it.
Like Goonies?
It's basically sexy Goonies.
Ooh.
Which also Goonies getting a 40-year they're doing another movie with the original cast. Did you see that?
I saw that. They're gonna be they're kind of getting up there. Oh yeah. Oh, another news. Josh Brolin, speaking of Goonies news, he turned down the role of Green Lantern, supposedly. According to Hollywood Reporter, he was, I think, offered the role of Hal Jordan in the HBO Max or HBO Green Lantern series and turned it down.
I can't imagine that Green Lantern, after the Ryan Reynolds situation, that Green Lantern is almost like an untouchable kind of. Yeah. I honestly, and I know people are going, you can come at me with whatever you want. I think the superhero genre is dead. I think we're over it. We figured it out. And it's done. We're done with it.
But Josh, on that note, Penguin, the reviews came out today. It's getting good reviews.
Yeah, because it's a mob show. It's a mob.
That's true. That's true. It's more of a mob show than a Batman. That's true.
Yes. I couldn't even get through the Robert Pattinson Batman because it was so sad and rainy the entire time. It's like, dark. How much of the world's water did we waste on that show? We're already in a drought around like half the country, and we're just pouring rain on a fake city so Robert Pattinson can cry into his black suit. Sorry.
It's not easy being Batman. It's hard. It's a hard life. He's struggling. It's hard.
Patty Boy, thank you for the sticker. And Jonathan Peck says, thoughts on Ted Lasso getting a season 4? I'm torn on this news. I mean, at this point, I don't think Ted Lasso can do wrong. I don't think, is Jason Sudeikis even going to be in it? I don't think he's even going to be in it.
I don't think they've confirmed who's coming back. Yeah,
okay.
I don't think so.
Speaking of Ted Lasso, and I'm going to do a mini review on the channel. I'm starting a series on here called Greatest Movie Ever, David. And it's where I just get really excited about movies that I love. And I got to be honest with you, not that many people talked enough about Fall Guy. I just watched it. And why I said Ted Lasso is because the owner, she's in it. She plays the evil producer. That movie was fan-flippin-tastic. That movie was so friggin' fun.
I heard good reviews. I remember when it was coming out, everybody was talking about how the reviews were so positive, and then once the box office numbers came back, like no one saw it. But the reviews were all positive from what I heard. So I missed it though.
I love that movie, and
where can you watch? Is it on Max or where is it?
Peacock.
Oh, it's a okay. Yeah. The Fall Guy. Okay.
And I watched this movie on Netflix called Incoming. It's about like kids in their freshman year of high school, and it's basically like a raunchier Can't Hardly Wait. Okay. I thought it was great. It was 90 minutes of funny. I think they basically got greenlit because they convinced Bobby Cannavale to be in it in a total of like 15 minutes, basically. And he was funny. And then the rest of the cast was a bunch of nobodies that I'd never seen before. And at the beginning, Elizabeth, Caitlin Olsen, it plays the mom from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And like, but she's not really a character in the movie. She doesn't even play really a character in the movie per se. But they got like those two actors to basically get it into the room, I'm guessing, in Netflix. And they were like, hey, Bobby Cannavale's in it, Caitlin Olsen's in it, a bunch of nobody high school kids. And it was super fun. They need to start making movies like that again that are super cheap, super easy, and you can just pump them out and they're funny. When did we ever not have fun watching like one of those stupid high school movies or National Lampoon movies? I'm 42. It's still funny to me.
Yeah. I think remember what was that one that was, it blew up. It was huge. Super Bad.
Yes.
Like those kind of movies. Super Bad. Yeah. I don't think I've seen one like that in a long time.
100%. Yeah.
I know you had Hacks. Did you watch Hacks? Did you watch that show, Josh? Season 3, I enjoyed.
Yeah, Hacks continues to just be absolutely solid. Just Jean Smart. I don't know the main girl's name. I always forget. But it just, you know what? They nail the comedy. They nail the drama. It always ends on a very big cliffhanger. And I thought that they, Jeremy Miller making this Booksmart was good too. That in that same vein.
Oh, that's true. Booksmart was good. Was that Olivia Wilde directed?
Olivia Wilde directed.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I think I saw that on a plane. That was a plane movie for me.
I feel like Olivia Wilde had no idea how popular Ted Lasso was going to be, and how now people think that Jason Sudeikis is Ted Lasso, and the fact that she cheated on Ted Lasso with Watermelon Sugar before the movie that came out that bombed really, hurt her public image and kind of hurt her career, because now it's like, well, I'm not going to go see something that hurt Ted Lasso.
That's true. And I don't think that her movie with didn't do very well. I actually wanted to see that. It looked interesting. It had Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine. I like Captain Kirk.
I like Chris Pine.
But I never saw it. I don't know if it was any good.
Good to see Reefism in the chat. Hannah Einbinder is from Hacks. MK Songbird is just our constant fact checker.
Thank you, MK.
He's like David Muir in the debate between Donald Trump and when he's like, I've talked to the city manager of Springfield, Ohio, and in fact, pets are not being eaten. I'm like, oh man.
I'm not. This is not. We're not going to talk politics here. Do not worry. We're not trying politics. I am just so over all of that. Both sides, just everything. I know this is what life is going to be like in America until November 7th, but I'm so over both sides. I'm over it. All the talk. I'm over
David, go to a state like Ohio or Pennsylvania, like where your parents live.
My parents are. Yeah.
The entire television, if you're watching like live sports, it's just political ads nonstop.
I'm sure. Yeah.
All you watch. It's all you watch.
Because LA is pretty set, so they don't really worry about it. Oh, Josh,
California.
Another thing I'm talking about, Tokyo Vice. Awesome. What one of the better finales you'll see this year. And it's just so sad that they had a season 3. First of all, season 2 ended perfectly. Like it didn't need a season 3. If that's all, well, it is all we're ever going to see. It was canceled, but it was what a great finale. I love that show. I thought season 2 was even better than season 1. I wish we had more coming, but we don't need it. We don't need it.
No, I love Ansel Elgort, even though like the whole time he's like, oh. But Ken Watanabe, is it Ken Watanabe? No.
Yeah, it's Ken Watanabe.
Yeah, Ken Watanabe is incredible as that detective. That show, it's not even close. Hands down, the most underrated show of the last 2 years. Literally nobody talks about it.
No.
Nobody.
I think that's probably why it was canceled. I don't think enough people were watching it, but it was good. It was good.
David, good. That show was
great, I should say. Great. Yes.
That is great programming. There are certain shows that, like Primo getting canceled, for instance, is, I mean, just absolutely tragic because that show was so good. And that's the landscape now is, we're going from nobody's watching things on TV anymore. Everybody's watching something on streaming or YouTube or something. And I feel like in certain terms of, hey, could we produce this show for half the price and have these people work like less time or maybe do more seasons and then try and get like a couple of small sponsors to put it on a YouTube channel or something of that nature where people are watching for free or for like a very minimal cost and we're still getting quality television. I think that's unfortunately that's kind of where we're going because there are, nobody's really making much animated children's shows anymore. They're getting more eyeballs on YouTube than they are on Disney. This is a fact. We know
I
this.
feel like it's all Bluey, either Bluey or a Marvel show. I feel like in terms of like animated programming for kids anyway.
100%. And so we're in a very wild, even more Wild West than like the SVOD days of like 2014, 2015. We're even more Wild West than when like the streaming wars even started. All these streaming platforms that are still coming out that are getting destroyed or eaten up or like totally ignored. It's a scene. It's tough, man.
Yeah, it's harder. So I think that's why I think I can't. I'm never in an executive meeting, so I can't speak from actual like knowledge. But it seems like they're, at least in 2024, that's why everybody's talking about survive until 2025, is that they're kind of like tightening the wallets a little bit. Like they spent all this money, even Netflix, and they're still spending a lot of money. Sure. But it's like, let's just make sure we get the bangers. Like we're not going to take as many. It seems like Apple, but even Apple came out. There was a report where Apple execs came out and said they want to watch what they're, even though they have more money than anybody, they're watching their spending too. So I don't know. It's all over. Oh, Josh, I saw Patty Boy was asking us. He had a super chat about what are some of your favorite flicks of 2024. Josh, have you had a chance to? I've seen a few movies this year. Have you seen any flicks in 2024?
Well, I just talked about Incoming and Fall Guy, which I absolutely loved. What's the other? So Amanda, in a shocking twist of events, David, we were in Orange County in Southern California. My little nephew had a basketball tournament. I was at the basketball tournament. Amanda took my niece to see Wolverine and Deadpool without me.
Oh, that was good. I was gonna say that's one of my favorites. I saw that with our friend, our mutual friend Liam.
I love Liam. Awesome dude. Solid guy. Terrible golfer. Great dude. I'm so bummed. And now it's like I'm not going to go to a theater by myself to see Deadpool Wolverine. Okay. I don't have that kind of bandwidth at the moment. So I'm waiting for it to come on streaming, which I'm guessing it's going to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it'll be on Disney Plus eventually. Yeah, I actually saw that Inside Out 2 is coming on September 25th, I think, to stream. So if you've missed Inside Out 2 and you want to see it's coming out. Another good movie, Josh. I know you don't like the scary ones that much, but Long Legs with Nicolas Cage is really good. It's kind of like a modern day Silence of the Lambs in a little bit. It's very good. I just watched that. I saw the Twisters, which is good. It's corny and silly and dumb. Not as good as the original, but still entertaining. Entertaining Twisters. You know what? I took Michelle because my friend Liam, who I usually go see a lot of movies with, didn't want to see it. It's a new Alien movie, Alien Romulus. Ooh. Michelle has never seen an Alien movie. Doesn't know anything about Sigourney Weaver. Nothing. Has never seen a single thing. We saw it. She's like, that was weird, but she liked it because she likes horror movies. So she liked it. But she had no idea what Alien was. But I enjoyed Alien Romulus. That was pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's about it, Josh. I haven't seen a ton of movies this year.
I mean, I'm scraping at like favorite flicks because I have seen so few, which is why I'm going back in time to watch all of the movies that I love to do greatest movie ever. They're gonna be like 5 to 8 minute reviews of me just yelling about how much I like these movies like Bad Boys 2. Oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. Favorite flicks of the summer. I saw the newest Bad Boys, and by the way, it's better than the third one. Okay. Bad Boys 4, if you haven't seen it, Bad Boys Ride or Die is what we're calling it, right? That's the fourth one. Incredible. Movie's great. It's great. It's super funny. And I'm telling you right now, there isn't a greater glow up in the history of movies than Reggie from Bad Boys 2 to Bad Boys for Life to Bad Boys Ride or Die. There isn't. It as Josh Macuga said, Bad Boys 4 slapped. It was a banger.
Okay. I'll check it out. Okay.
Bad Boys is my favorite franchise, right? Love Bad Boys, Bad Boys 2. We saw Bad Boys 2 in the theater like 9 times. Okay. Owned it. That's the only DVD at one point that I owned was Bad Boys.
I love the second one. Yeah.
Yes. Was Bad Boys 2 and when the Steelers won the Super Bowl. There was only 2 DVDs I owned at one point. Okay.
I'm waiting for that day, Josh. I'm waiting for that Super Bowl day. I hope I get to experience that. I
Could
will buy
be
that
your
DVD. Yes.
You will buy that DVD. Dave.
I will, if they even have DVDs at that point. I will buy that.
You will buy that iChip. Okay.
Josh just needs to stop being Superman. He's already injured his non-throwing hand because he leaps in the air like he's Michael Jordan every single time. I love him. I love him for that. But he can't last. I mean, even Big Ben, as strong as he was, this guy broke down after a while.
Absolutely destroyed.
He's gonna break down.
I mean, did you see? It was a home game in Atlanta for the Steelers, for crying out loud. You know, we traveled.
Yeah, good win for you guys. That's a good win, great win. Yeah.
Thank you, Patty Boy, for that. Get your super chats and Streamlabs in. Thank you guys very much. The other, but okay, so but Bad Boys 4, and I have to give a shout out to the lovely Perry Nemiroff, who was amazing. My brother was pretty much bedridden for the better part of the last 5 months of his life, and so I reached out because we couldn't get to a movie theater, and I knew that it wouldn't have been out in time streaming for him to have seen it before he passed, and so Perry was cool enough, and the people at Universal were cool enough that they sent me a link that was a watch one time only link on the computer. And I hooked up everything, and we watched, me, my brother, my mom, and my dad were able to watch Bad Boys 4. It was the first time all 4 of us had sat down to watch a movie in years. And we all loved that movie. And obviously, I mean, I'm very partial to the Bad Boys franchise, but that movie, I think if my order goes Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys Ride or Die, Bad Boys for Life is my ranking of them. However, the other movie this summer, David, that absolutely slapped was Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley or Axel F.
I didn't see it.
Dude, they did it, man. They did it. Yes.
That's on Netflix, right? I can just watch that on Netflix.
Is it Netflix?
I'm pretty sure it's Netflix, right?
I think it's Netflix. It's one of the streamers. It went direct to streaming, and it was awesome. Yeah, because they signed him to that big Netflix contract, so it was definitely Netflix.
Okay.
You know what? You know what he didn't do that I think a lot of. Thank you, Patty Boy, for the super sticker. You know what he didn't do that a lot of like those reboots and those 20 years later kind of movies do is he didn't ham up the character. Like Dumb and Dumber 2, like 20 plus years later, they really just hammed up the characters. It was like not believable. Him as Axel Foley, even 25 plus years later, was super believable and it was just well done. It wasn't hit you over the head with like way too much comedy. The action slapped. It was super well done. Like I love that. Yeah.
All right. I was going to tell everybody, Josh, I know you've talked about it a ton, but if anybody in the chat is listening, if you get a chance, I highly recommend watching Josh, your conversation you did, your solo video about your brother and his journey with cancer and your journey. It was very, very well done. It was just you talking your heart and speaking about what's been going on the past 6 years of your life. And I really appreciate it because I know, when you're going through something like that, like you talked about in the video, it's not always easy to know what to ask, what to say, what's appropriate. So I really appreciate you sharing that with everyone so they could know your journey. I really appreciate that. So thanks, I know that wasn't easy. I'm sure that was hard.
Yeah, it's none of this has been easy, man. It's been I don't I have good days kind of overall, but I have really bad moments, extreme like waves of sadness, of stress, of all of it, so we you just kind of each day you just kind of pick up the pieces, try and put them together and go about the next day, right? I was talking to my mom and dad and they're like, we're really struggling. I was like, we're all struggling. We're supposed to be struggling. I think I don't, and so, yeah. But it's really nice to be back here with you, buddy. It really is.
Yeah,
and
same.
I'm thinking we should do this like every other week if we can try and do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know we're kind of busy guys, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Thursday at 4 works for you. It works for me for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can go back to Mondays or Tuesdays, whatever. We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
As far as that, I know that we had a ton of TV to get to, but you know,
we talked about a lot. We touched on a lot of stuff on that list. I think we got almost everything, Josh.
You know what we should really get to though before we go is Presumed Innocent, which
right. That was Jake Gyllenhaal was in that show. That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
He did a great job. He was a lawyer. David. And
there's a murder.
There's a murder.
And someone is presumed innocent, but did they or did they not do it? Yeah.
We don't know. Okay. But we're pretty sure that there is a guilty party, and we're going to try and presume somebody else is innocent.
Yes, that is a show. And we will get a second season of that same premise again.
Correct.
We'll see how that plays out. Yes.
I would imagine they have hit the formula well, and that'll be that. Haskell 420 said, Josh, my brother has been gone 6 years now. While it does get better over time, I still have moments. It's all good, my friend. Thank you, Haskell 420. Refism, is Old Man starting tonight? I think
Old Man's back. I want to say, Haskell, it might be next week, but it is coming back. No, it is tonight, September 12th. Good call, Haskell. Yes, okay. I'm very excited about it. Josh, did you finish that?
No.
Okay.
You know what? I really like that show, but
show.
It was one of those shows that like just sort of slipped off my radar, and maybe I should go back and revisit it. I really did like the first few episodes, though. I did.
It's got John Lithgow is also in there. Yeah, good cast.
Yeah. I mean, an absolute banger of a cast, right? But yeah. Oh, there's a 2-episode premiere tonight.
Ooh, we get 2. Well, I will be watching the Bills. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking, not because I think we're a bad team. I think Miami's going to win tonight. It's a short week. Buffalo's traveling to Miami. Josh is a little banged up. I feel like tonight's a loss. I hope they keep it close. I hope they keep it close, but I think Tua's going to get us tonight.
I feel like tonight is the night that tonight is your night, bro. I think I think it's Buffalo's night tonight. I really do.
Okay.
But I could be. Okay.
I feel like all that happened with Tyreek, I feel like the team is like rallied around Tyreek because of what happened. And I don't know. I feel like, we'll see. I hope so.
We're going to get to a lot more TV the next time David and I talk. I'm going to do some mini reviews here on the channel of shows that I really have liked. And get into it. This will be your flagship TV show every couple of weeks. Maybe next time we'll try and get Sinead on, who we love. I've been trying to get Roxy to come on for some stuff too. A couple weeks ago, we have DirecTV up here on the mountain, and they don't have ESPN anymore. There's no deal with Disney and DirecTV.
They just locked in the deal. They just locked it in today, so it should be coming back. I don't know when it's going to tip, but they just got the deal done. I just saw an article about that.
Man, that is just the worst. So, I'm hoping it comes back because I do miss my Sports Center, David. Okay, I need my Sports Center. I almost was out on Golf Channel for a minute. They almost took away my Golf Channel, which was brutal, but that came back. Thank goodness for NBC Sports. There's a lot more to go. I'm going to say this right now. The Sopranos documentary Wise Guy was super, super, super well done. Unlike what I thought it was going to be, very much more of like David Chase and the making of Sopranos and like the story behind James Gandolfini and all of that. The casting of the show was really good, but it hit on very, very personal stuff. And so I thought it was really well done, enough to make me want to go back and watch more Sopranos, which really doesn't take much because I love that show. It's my favorite shows all the time. So, I highly recommend watching that. So, David, before we go, you want to do a...
Well, we talked about it already. My pick of the week is Tulsa King on Sunday, just because I'm happy it's coming back. But if we do this every other week, I'm going to go one more week ahead and say the Penguin. Penguin is going to be next Thursday. So if we don't talk to you all until the week after that, definitely check out the Penguins. Either Tulsa King season 2 or the Penguin next week.
Is the Penguin, what's that going to be on? Peacock?
Max. Because it's all Warner Brothers. Yeah, it's all Warner Brothers.
Got it. Yes, and my Hold on, wait. I gotta look at it. I had it
Oh.
written down here for a second. Wait, David.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Is son of a beast thing. Oh, the Solheim Cup. I know you guys are like, oh, it's not really a TV show. It is sports. I understand that, but it only happens every 2 years. It's women. It's basically the Women's Ryder Cup. Women's golf is super entertaining in this format. It is very, very entertaining. There's some awesome personalities on both sides of the golf ball, as they would say. And it's in the United States. It's in Virginia, so we don't have to like wake up at the crack of dawn. It's in Europe. We tied the last time, which meant Europe retains the cup. So this time, United States has to come in one. And if I'm calling it, David, if the U.S. is down going into singles and they win, I'm calling it the Stolheim Cup. What do you think of that?
Oh, I like that. That's good. Trademark that, Josh. Trademark it. Put it out there.
Thank you.
Get that.
Well, I'll leave this with Jeremy. Did you enjoy the Olympics, David? Did you like it?
Yeah, parts of it. I mean, I don't watch everything, but the basketball was good. Great. I mean, some really competitive basketball.
That semifinal game was awesome. Yeah.
It was. I love the track and field. The track stuff is cool. It's fine. I watch a few things. When it's gone, I'm not like, I don't get sad. It's like, that's fine. We'll see it in 4 years. It's going to be in LA, which is, oh my gosh.
Sick.
I'm just going to stay far away from LA as I can.
Oh man. I kind of want to go see the swimming, but I also don't want to do anything around that city at that point.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is TV Talk. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Myself, Josh Macuga, at Griffin DE for David Griffin, the Buffalo Bills fan legend. He has never thrown himself through a table, but the night is still young. Choose positivity. It's an active choice. Call somebody, text them, tell them you love them. It matters. It's way easier to love than hate. Find the good and put down the book. Pick up the remote. I guess I got to watch. What's the show I got to watch, David?
Industry.